We're about to go live on Facebook. All right. And we are live on Facebook, wonderful. And so now we're going to start with a beautiful video that Alan Lundell and his partner created for us. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Saturday Night Live with the Global Peace Tribe. I'm going to start off with this little video here. As we look at these images, as we think about the extraordinary time in this world, we remember the beautiful line that we are the ones we've been waiting for. And this is the time we've been preparing for. Nobody knows for sure exactly what it truly means, how long it's going to last. But what we do know is we have each other. And so welcome to Saturday Night Live for the Global Peace Tribe. This is your chance, our chance to come together in community, where we're going to have music.
Let's walk together, take my hand and we will heal this land.
Inspirational speakers.
Recreate, reimagine, renew, relook, respect, and regenerate.
Wisdom jewels.
Let yourself become intolerant of apathy, intolerant of injustice. Let yourself become intolerant of ignorance.
And even some comedy.
With all of this light energy, not only will you be able to heal souls, but I bet you'll be able to re-soul heals.
And some magic.
Are you ready? Here we go. Let's count to 3. Everybody, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Solved. Yes.
Recognizing that the greatest magic is how we can all be together, no matter where we are geographically, sharing in the universal language of love and music.
With all things I am one. With all things I am one.
And learning from these extraordinary speakers coming into our show.
We are the imaginal cells connecting right now, and they find a new way of connecting. Well, maybe we're not connecting out on the streets and we're not connecting at big concerts, but we are connecting through the globe right now. There are people all over this world in this moment together, this moment when we are beginning to awaken in the chrysalis to who we are becoming.
Thank you for joining us. The show is just about to begin.
With all things I am one. 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 With all things I am one.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Love Coach Scott Katamas, and this is Saturday Night Live for the Global Peace Tribe, May 2nd edition. And I'm really honored to be co-hosting along with my partner, Deborah Giusti. And I'm just going to briefly share with you how tonight evolved. So about 6 or 7 weeks ago, we did a pair of fundraising events for our beloved brother Fantuzzi, who we're going to be seeing a little bit later. There he is, offering this little prayer. And we did it on a Saturday night, and people were saying, "Oh my God, this is so wonderful. to have you with us and to have the community, the tribe coming together. So I decided to make it during the lockdown an event that takes place every Saturday night. And we're committed to doing it at least through Memorial Day. We're going to see where things stand. Well, we started deciding to do certain themes. So on Easter weekend, we did a theme of resurrecting the body and the mind and the spirit. Earth Day, we did a theme on Earth Day. And today's Beltane. And for Beltane, we realized that we really wanted to expand out and beyond just kind of our community, because this did start as kind of an offshoot of Harmony Festival and our kind of Bay Area global tribe. And so we decided that we really wanted to diversify. So we've invited a lot of new friends to join us. And I'm going to actually just go to gallery view for a moment, because it's wonderful to just see all these amazing people that you're going to get to see tonight. We're going to hear a lot of wonderful new musicians. We're going to hear some wonderful speakers. Argentina, Italy, Jamaica, Asia. We have a transgender friend who's going to be with us. So we have a 12-year-old boy, and we have a grandmother. So it's a wonderful collection of people. And to tell us a little bit more about it, I want to really introduce Deborah Giusti and ask everybody to give her a lot of love and appreciation, because Deborah is who makes this show happen every week.
Thank you all, and welcome you so much to what's going to be another amazing show. Like Scott said, this is the 5th time we've done it, and we felt this is so important now during these highly challenging but very evolutionary times to come together, feel our connection, feel our creativity, and really affirm together to create a positive reality as we come out of this situation that we're in together, because we do have that choice. And coming together, we've always affirmed a positive reality for the new world, and that's what we're about. And especially tonight with the theme. But what we'd love for you to do too is put your name in the chat room and let us know where you're from, because there are people coming from all over the world, which is really wonderful to see. And also you can share this on Facebook. You can go to my Facebook page at Deborah Giusti or Scott's page at Love Coach Academy, and you can share it. So that's really wonderful, so it keeps going out. And I'll be putting those links. And you can even still ask people to join, and I'll put that link right after I'm done talking. But I want to share a little bit more about our theme, which is cultivating unity within our diversity. We felt that Scott and I, when we tune in, it's very much like when I used to create the Harmony Festival for 33 years. We tune in at the beginning of the creation of the show and feel, what is the culture? What is our community? What is the new paradigm? And we felt that coming together as one was a big, obvious reality that the whole world is experiencing now, because everyone on the world is having this experience at different levels, but we're all having this challenge. And we know that when we come together as one people and look at solutions together that work for everyone, that's where we can really make huge accomplishments. And so that's why we've invited people of all races, of all ages, of all life orientations to come together and really speak to that truth. So it's going to be really incredible today. And also, we are creating this in the new paradigm. So you may be wondering, and we're sharing it for free with you, you may be wondering, how are we doing this show for free? Because there's a lot of expenses that go into a weekly show. Well, because we're creating it in the new paradigm and we want to stand for a new paradigm, we are going to be using the gifting economy to produce this show, which means we gift this show to you as a gift to you. And then you can choose to gift back to us any amount that you like. We have a GoFundMe page, but we're going to keep that energy going and continue to gift it. We're going to choose several nonprofits that we're going to gift this flow to as well as keeping some of the costs for our next production. And then they will in turn gift it to communities. So it's this rippling effect of the gifting economy where we keep gifting. And if you've been to Burning Man, you probably know that reality. And that's what's going to be coming through in the new paradigm. So that's what we're taking up. So thank you so much for your gifts. And thank you so much for being here. And Scott, would you like to tell people what they're going to enjoy tonight with the schedule? You have to unmute.
That is a good thing. Thank you, Deborah.
Yes, thank you all.
Yeah, and yeah, we have a wonderful show, and it's going to go for about 2 hours, give or take. And so we've got a remarkable group of inspirational speakers, such as Louisa Tisch, and we've got Suzanne and Satyan Raja, Celestine Starr. We have Ruby and Paloma and Omega providing wisdom jewels. We have another wonderful speaker that I'm just getting to know who joined us. And musicians are going to include Ashel, Kendra Kay, also known as Misty Rain, Daniel Ballon. We have comedy with Lauren Meyer, more music with Sarita, and and Fantuzzi, of course, is going to play for us. But our first musician is somebody that I just listened to. She did a wonderful broadcast on Unify, and I was just knocked off. Thank you so much, Sister Stone, for being with us. And as I was listening to her concert on Unify, I knew she was going to be with us tonight. Each song I go, oh yeah, I wanted to play that song. Mm-hmm. And then I hear the next song, I say, oh no, but I wanted to play that song too. So I actually asked her to do a second song. Originally, she was going to do only one. So thank you. And welcome to our show. Thank you, Sister Stone.
Thank you. Such a pleasure to be here. I am going to be sharing an opening water prayer through song. And from a lot of ceremonies and events that I've attended, I know that the water prayer is usually the thing that goes first. So I think that was a really beautiful suggestion to request that be what is offered here to begin this ceremony that we're all in together. So yes, I would love and encourage everyone to, if you have it, to hold your water in your hand. And as I sing, you can actually think as I'm sharing the words and singing the words that you are speaking to the water, because this song is a prayer to water. And before I start, I would love to just speak a little word on how I feel that water is what unifies us in so many ways, because we are water, and water is the source of all of life, and nothing would be here without water, and water is the one thing that we all have in common. So if there's anything that really unifies us, it's water. So I feel like it's a perfect way to bring this all together. So I'm Sister Stone, and I'm so grateful to be here, and I'm going to take it away for you guys. Make sure you get some grooves going too. Get your moves on. All right, here we go. Hey, 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 you that grows, you that flows, how you are in me, how you are in all living things. Teach me how to nourish, how you let life flourish, how you're deep and how you're vast, how you move so slow and fast, how you find your way into the smallest, darkest place. Teach me how to pray, how to move like you with grace. Water is life. Whoa. Water is life. Water is life. Whoa. Water is life. Yo, I watch you water in the way that you your move. So pure, so clean, it's you, it's so true. Ooh, I come to you every day on my knees, praying to you, asking you to show me how to be a life giver, flow like your river. It's you who I owe my life to, and nothing in this world compares to your divinity, highest order of love, holy source of everything. I pray about the people who are thirsty, and rage about the people who are greedy. I pray about the people who are thirsty, and rage about the people who are greedy. Water is life. Whoa. Water is life. Water is life. Whoa. Water is life. You who is me, have mercy, mercy, for the ways I've mistreated you, for the ways I have depleted you, for forgetting you're holy. You bring me to be lowly. Teach me how to wait till the tide follows its way. How you never leave, only change your state. Holding you the memory of all the energy that came before and still be pure, to wash away what does not remain. Water is life. Whoa. Water is life. Water is life. Whoa. Water is life.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. What an honor to be here.
And you have a brand new album out. Tell us about that, please.
Yes. So yesterday, I released my debut EP ever. So I come out as an artist. I've been farming and starting organizations for the past 10 years, living in community, integrating, embodying these earth-based practices. And now I'm an artist, and I have this EP called Reciprocal Relations. And each song is about honoring our connection to ourselves, to this earth, and to each other, and just learning how to be in right, good relation with all of the web of life. So you can go on Spotify and Bandcamp, and I'll paste the link in the chat box as well. And I'd love to hear from you and get to know you more. And yeah, just grateful for this opportunity.
Well, thank you so much. And as I said, I heard several of her songs, and every one of them is wonderful. So, and she'll be coming back with one more song a little bit later on tonight. Thank you. All right, back to Deborah to introduce our first inspirational speaker.
Yes, I'm so happy to have Louise Satish as our first wisdom keeper. And when I was thinking of who to invite for this show that's so rich with culture, she popped into my mind. And she's been with us during Harmony Festival when we produced that. And her teachings and her background are totally perfect. She's a teacher and author, most notably of Jambalaya, the Natural Woman's Book of Personal Charms and Practice Rituals. Her father was an African American, but he was only one generation away from slavery, and her mother was Catholic, Haitian, French, and Choctaw heritage. And her original ancestry also includes Yoruba, West Africa, and she is also an Oshun chief of the Yoruba Lukumi tradition. And she has shared her tradition very celebratory. There's always music, dance, song, and food in her services. And she's a bright, passionate light to our community. So I welcome Louise Satish.
Alafia. I always begin by saying Alafia because it is a Yoruba greeting that asks, may you have good health and be at peace with your neighbor. So I always ask people to stop for a moment and see if you can feel what life would be like if good health on every level and peace with our neighbor really reigned in our lives. We are blessed to be on this beautiful planet together, especially at this most important time. It's our blended energies that keep the rhythm of life playing as we dance to the music of the spheres. Imagine now the joy of the creatrix, our mother, as she shaped us, colored us, named us, and provided the inspiration in us to create such a variety of cultures. At this time, when our existence is threatened, let each person examine the gift of our respective cultures, the wisdom of our minds, and the power of our spirits, and let us join hands around the globe. Please accept this poem as a prayer. Peace, Nana. Ibashe Nana, womb of creation, she who gave birth to all things. From your dark depths, the first spark came into being. Your luminous egg exploded in the midst of eternal night. Its joyous dance formed the great lights. You who gave us sun and moon, earth and sky, body and spirit, awaken from your sleep, deep night. Lift your eyelids and see our plight. The children of earth are in need of your guidance. We await the feel of your hand. They roll their eyes in great suspicion. In anger and fear, they strike out. Their hearts are hard. Their hands are trembling. Amidst the rubble of war, they cry out. Hear me, great mother. Hear your daughter. Open your starlit thighs. Draw us back into your vulva. Mold our heads. Pat our behinds. Change us, every cell and spirit, till peace possesses our minds. Blow your perfumed breath upon us. Wash us in the deep blue sea. Suckle us on milk and honey. Oil us with the balm of love. Return us then to this green garden, O beautiful, generous mother. But this time, give us the wisdom to see your reflection in each other. In order to manifest alafia, which is good health and peace, I'm asking every person to say a prayer in their own tradition, asking for the end of human cruelty. Let the tendency to be cruel grow weaker in us. Pray it dissipates, melts, rolls down and out of our consciousness. Let us clean ourselves of the great diseases, fear and hatred. Then call upon the power to change ourselves on a cellular level, and let us evolve into beings who are naturally compassionate. Thank you for your time and your attention.
God bless you so much for that. And I just want to ask everybody to take a moment of silence. Just take 15 seconds to hold that beautiful prayer, hold that beautiful vision in your own way. Thank you, everyone. And thank you so much for just getting us off to such a beautiful start today. One of the things that is really wonderful about tonight is that we are going to be hearing from so many different people, again, so many different ages, backgrounds, cultures. And so we go now to one of the people that we've chosen to represent youth. And it's my honor to introduce you to Paloma Sutter, who's going to share our first wisdom jewel of the night.
Hello, all. I'm very excited to be a part of this show, and I just wanted to talk about my experiences as being a mixed child. I am in college. I'm 20 years old, so I've had some experiences, some challenges that I've gone through, and I wanted to share with you guys. I'm specifically somebody who's very into the performing arts and theater side of things, and one of the biggest struggles that I've seen as an artist is making sure to embrace the diversity of other people and addressing underrepresentation and making sure that people aren't whitewashing casts, because I feel that is very important to make sure that the people are being able to tell their stories and share their experiences, and that those people are the ones who have experienced it. I always think that's a very important part of being authentic, and I think a way that we can fix this issue very easily is making sure that we have empathy for one another, that we're able to understand where other people are coming from, and understand that other people come from other walks of life, and just putting in that extra piece of effort to really understand and listen and have empathy for everybody that's a part of this humanity, and just appreciating and embracing all those things that make everybody different, because it's something really beautiful that we shouldn't push aside. And to sum that all up, I wanted to share a poem called I Am Diversity by Charles Benefield. My name is Diversity, and yes, I stand tall. Recognize me and keep me in the mix. Together, there's no problem that we can't fix. I'm your best hope towards true innovation, and to many I reflect hope and inspiration. Your lives and companies will continue to change, thus the need for diversity and inclusion will also remain. Do all that you can to truly embrace me and experience life's fullness totally. I'm the thought lurking behind the unfamiliar face. I'm the ingenuity that helps your team win the race. I'm the solution that came from the odd question that was asked. I stand out in the crowd when I, diversity, am allowed to be unmasked. I'm diversity, embrace me and we'll journey far. I'm diversity, include me and we will reach the shining star. Coupled with inclusion, our lights will burn longer. Together, we are smarter, better, and stronger.
Thank you, Paloma. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Isn't it wonderful to hear from all ages, all colors, all places in the world? That's what we're wanting to do tonight. And there is so much wisdom in the youth for us all to listen to. So thank you so much. And now we're going to have one of our next musical performers. Her name is Sarita. And I've been hearing about her for a long time, and synchronistically, which is a lot of how this show happens, one of her friends contacted me at the exact time I was thinking about who do we have as musical guests, and she is perfect. She's a singer-songwriter worldwide. Her mission is to uplift and inspire and activate healing. And she uses the evolutionary reggae roots and acoustic soul flavors. She was born in South Korea, but she was raised in Australia. She currently lives in California, but she considers herself a world citizen, a light worker of the world. And she's going to give us some really heartwarming, beautiful sounds. So I welcome you now, Sarita.
Thank you, Deborah, and blessings to everyone on this call. It's so wonderful to just be here with you. And I'm going to play a song called These Days, and I'll just share a little of the chorus. The lyrics say, "Blessed are these days of extreme joy and pain." And so I just pray that whatever we're growing through. I like to say we're growing through this, right? We're going through it, but we're growing through it. And so may we find the blessing in all of it, because at the end of the day, we still get to be in a body on a planet that's in a galaxy, that's in, you know, the miracle of life these days. See the daytime ending and we're here. As the nighttime falls, we're with no fear. If I call your name, would you come near? I'm set to live as one, to be as one. Oh, blessed are these days. Oh, yeah, of extreme joy and pain. I have lived this day, oh, and I will never be the same again. No, I will never be the same again. See the daytime ending and we're here. As the new day rises with no fear. If I call your name, would you come near? I'm set to live as one, yes, to be as one. Oh, blessed are these days. Oh, yeah, of extreme joy and pain. But we have lived this day, oh, and we will never be the same again. No, we will never be the same again. Get up, won't you come over? I'll share myself with you. Get up, won't you come over? This is what we're born to do. Get up, won't you come over? I'll share myself with you. Get up, won't you come over? This is what we're born to do. Blessed are these days, oh, of extreme joy and pain. I have lived this day, oh, and I will never be the same again. No, we will never be the same again. No, we will never be the same again. No, we will never be the same again. I'll never be the same again. No, we will never be the same again. Blessings, family. We will never be the same again after this time, right? May we move forward. May we grow through this into a more unified humanity than ever before. Blessings and love.
Blessings to you. That was beautiful, Sarita. And I've put up, for everybody can see a little bit about you. And it looks like it's pretty easy to reach you, info@sarita.com. And anything you want to share about how else people can get some of your music?
Yeah, it's out there in all the places. So Spotify, if you just search Sarita and remember to put an H on the end, you can find it on Spotify. On Instagram, it's Sarita Music. I'll put that in the chat. YouTube, all the places. Facebook, I'll put some links in the chat. I'd love to stay connected with you all.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Sarita. And I hope you'll come back and give us more music in the future. It's really lovely.
Thank you for this wonderful gathering.
Thank you. Oh, wow, what an amazing show so far. And we've got so many incredible people. Emmy Shanti coming up soon, Satin, Susan Raja, a lot of wonderful more music and some more wisdom jewels, people of all ages and cultures. I want to take a moment to just remind everybody that we do have this GoFundMe campaign that we've began. And it's a wonderful opportunity for people to contribute. And this all started with us doing the fundraising event for Fantuzzi. And I'm going to put the spotlight on him for a minute. And we're going to hear from Fantuzzi in a moment. But it all started with raising money for Fantuzzi, and really going back even before that. I really wanted to thank all the people in our community who helped to raise money for our friend Trevor, who came down with cancer. It was very serious. He was literally on his last legs. And we gathered together as a community and we raised $30,000 to get him alternative medicine treatment in Mexico. And whereas his tumor had been growing 100% every 3 months, after he got that treatment, it reduced by 50%. And we just got the word yesterday that it has reduced by another 30%. So we are really happy with how we are raising money, providing support for people. We're going to share a little bit more about that throughout the show, how you can contribute. And just real quickly, if you take a look at our flyer here, we are offering for those people who donate, and you can just go to GoFundMe and put in Global Peace Tribe, or you can copy down the URL. And anybody who donates $44 or more is going to, well, mention your name if you want to. $77 or more, you're going to get 2 weekend tickets to the New Living Expo. For a $99 donation, one of my love coaches, I've got 14 trained love coaches, and one of my love coaches will share with you what an entire session. And for a $200 donation, I'll provide a full coaching session for someone. So there's a lot that we're offering, and we really want to invite everybody. And even if people just want to put in $5 or $10, that's okay too. Any amount is appreciated. Any amount is appreciated. And so with that, I am going to turn it back over to my partner, Deborah Giusti, to share a little bit about what we're doing and our Ballon Fantuzzi.
Yes, and of course we want to invite Fantuzzi back to share his music, because he is one of the ultimate representatives of cultivating unity in diversity. He is an amazing being. His music is all about that. His music will share with you Afro-Caribbean, Nyabingue, Latin, salsa, merengue, African drums, devotional kirtan, chanting, and his family is from Puerto Rico, but he's from the universe. He's from everywhere, and he touches all over the world. His whole life, he walks all over the world sharing his love, light, and music. And here he is now. So we definitely wanted to invite him back and share some of his light and his music. And he still has a GoFundMe campaign. So if you want to help him through his Lyme's disease, this is the power of community that we have now, where we can reach out virtually and ping each other some green energy, some green light, some green love. So he's still accepting donations so that he can accomplish his healing and go forward. And that's what this is about in community. So I'm so happy to have Fantuzzi back to share his wisdom, his light, his love, and his amazing music. Fantuzzi.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, family. Yes, I am doing better. I have no idea if it's where it's going to go, but your help always helps, and your prayers and your good wishes are part of my prosperity. Thank you for what you do, all of you. I have a profound love for diversity, and I love for the diversity. And it was really amazing to be born of a mother who was Caucasian or European background and indigenous, and a father who was of African roots. So I kind of was born into diversity. born in a time when there was a lot of prejudice back in the 50s. So it wasn't easy, but still managed to bring together a gang, a nonviolent gang of 9 brothers. We call ourselves the Dino 9. And yes, we were from half a dozen different races, which back in those days did not exist. And we've done a lot of moving towards learning to be appreciative of diversity, but we still have a long ways to go. But it's that love for diversity that could help us make this a better world for us and our children and our children's children. So I came together with a little song. I hope you like it. I hope I can remember it. I just kind of put it together for you. We're like a rainbow. Oh, we're like a rainbow. We're like a rainbow. Oh, we're like a rainbow. A global family. Family. We love the unity. We welcome diversity. La 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 la. I love you. La 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 la. You can la la with me if you feel like it too. Singing is medicine, by the way. Yeah, baby. Cause it's red, black, white, yellow, brown. Rainbow children all around. Children of the new world. Oh Lord, children of the rainbow. We're like a rainbow. Oh, we're like a rainbow. We're like a rainbow. Woo! We're like a rainbow. A global tribe family. We love the unity. Welcome diversity. It's made of you and me. Rainbow family. Representing all the colors in you and me. Even the different people that come from different financial backgrounds. We're one, yes. Hallelujah. And we love thee, we love thee. We're like a family. We love that unity. We welcome diversity. It's made of you and me. It's made of you and me. It's made of you and me.
Let's all twinkle and applaud beloved Fantuzzi. And Fantuzzi does a Tuesday Nights with Tuesday every Tuesday night. You can find
Tuesday.
And Fan Tuesday. Remember, it's Fan Tuesday. And you can find that on his page or Love Coach Academy. We actually help to sponsor it. So you just come right here to where you came, Love Coach Academy.
7:30 California time.
That's right. And so hopefully we'll see all of you on Tuesday night for Fan Tuesdays.
Thank you for having me, family. Thank you.
We love you so much, Fantuzzi. We love you so much. So when we decided that we were going to do this, make it all about diversity, I really thought about, who would I really like to bring on as wisdom keepers? And it didn't take long for me to realize that I wanted to bring on, if they were available, my friends Suzanne and Sachin Raja. I make my living as a coach, and I work with people who were married or trying to keep marriages together. Well, can you think of any greater example of finding unity and diversity just within a marriage? And this beautiful couple have been married for, I believe, 30 plus years. I've been to their home, I've met their children, they have 2 beautiful children, and they lead a very beautifully balanced life. And so I'm just so eager to hear what you want to share with us in terms of your background and how do you do it? How do you find that incredible unity and diversity for 30 plus years?
Oh, God, thank you so much for having us on today. And, this is just such and Deborah as well, of course. Thank you for providing this forum where people can come for a Saturday Night Live and really have their hearts opened and wisdom awakened. So the answer to your question, I think I'll start with regards to diversity. I mean, we really went through the rigmarole of being from two different backgrounds. So we're both brown, but we have two different backgrounds. I'm Jamaican, and Satyan comes from an Indian background. And I grew up, Catholic. My dad's a deacon in the Catholic Church, and
a lawyer and a judge.
And coming from a certain area in Jamaica, and how I grew up was completely different from Satyan. And Satyan, you'll say?
I grew up in an East Indian background, hardworking immigrant family, from job to business, different business. And so when we came together, there was a lot, we just fell in love with each other. We're actually best friends first. And we would give each other guidance, right? With our boyfriend and girlfriend at the time.
Coaching on each other's love life before we became partners. So this is how, so there's that. But the thing is that for 8 years of our relationship, we had a struggle with our families because they were so different. And it was so different. It was like, how are you possibly going to make a go of it? And on our wedding day, my mother-in-law turned to me and she said, I love you. Welcome to the family. And this was the first time that, we'd ever really had even a conversation. And my father stood up at the wedding and said, I didn't think they'd make it, but they taught us what love means, because they stood the test of time. And whatever it was going to happen to pull us apart, we just held strong to our love. And really, love is the thing that will get you through no matter what. It's been in our experience.
I can share that what Suzanne has offered me through these 33 years now is devotion under any condition.
Oh.
And she's not just devoted to me as a man, as a guy, as a whatever. She's devoted to what's living me, what my vision is, my mission. And if I'm off, she's a strong Jamaican woman. This is where our diversity is actually very powerful. She's not like a submissive, I'll do whatever you want. She's like, gives me heat and fire and deep reflection. And whenever there's any part of me that's feeling out of integrity, she won't stand for it. She won't tolerate it. And so I feel I'm becoming a better man year after year after year by your devotion. Sometimes it's sweet and sexy and juicy and beautiful and soft and fiery. And sometimes it can be very tough. But what Suzanne has demonstrated for me through these years is devotion to something greater than just me or you, but devotion to where we're going, to spirit, to God, and the God in us.
Thank you. And I'm going to share that I have been blessed to be with a man that I knew he was living for more than just himself. He's had an ambition in life to really be something in this world for the world. And it was that I knew right there and then, for the very first time that I saw him and felt him. And he's right, I am a strong woman and he's a strong man. And I would settle for nothing less than someone that's going, and I'm going to say it, for God, going straight for God. And everything in the world is aligned to that. And whatever God means to you, it's about spirit, it's about resiliency, it's about truth. And that's what he stood for. And that's what he continues to stand for, is the depth of truth. What is the truth in this? And going for that, constantly going for that. And so, if you're a couple, make sure you go for the highest. My mom used to say, I'm easily satisfied with the very best. And really, that's the answer.
It's like what Suzanne is sharing is like, when we look at each other, whether up and down through the thick and thin of raising teenagers, raising them to young adults, running companies, traveling the world, like all, doing intense things nonstop for many years. It's like, in India, we say that there's a puja, and the puja is a sacrificial fire. And you keep putting your ego in the puja. And we have a saying in marriage, let's keep our puja alive. Every day, let's keep stoking the sacrificial fire. Let's never let it burn down. There's only three things that can happen in relationship. We're either repelling each other, neutralizing, or attracting. So let's do less of that other stuff and keep focusing on keeping our puja, our devotion to each other's highest, if you will, spirit, each other's highest evolution. And I believe that's the key that will keep us going on till beyond life and death.
Thank you so much, beautiful, beautiful Satyan and Suzanne. And how can people get more of your wisdom? Of course, on Tuesday night, Satyan and I are going to do an entire hour-long conversation, and that'll be at 6 o'clock Pacific time. You can find that on Love Coach Academy, and you can also find it on Satyan's network or channel. How do people find you and get more information?
You can find us on Facebook at Warrior Sage Community, and you can always go to our website, which is warriorsage.com. And there's many interesting complimentary courses there that you might enjoy.
Yeah, I love what I see Satyan posting every day. He's got these amazing interviews with people and a lot of wisdom. I want to say I've been kind of tracking. I just turned on the Gofundme to see how we're doing. And I want to thank Jay Mayer, who just donated $301 to our GoFundMe. Wow. So thank you very much, Jay, for that generosity. And, but every donation, I want to thank Christy Michaels and Oshala, Magali, Rita, Rebecca, Patricia, Isabella, Rochelle. These are all people that have just donated since we asked. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. And again, thank you again, Satyan and Suzanne. Gosh, each person tonight, I want to hear them for an hour, and I want to hear their music for an hour. It's just such an incredible connection and collection of amazing people. Deborah?
Yes, I want to thank everyone as well who are donating and everyone on this broadcast. It's so beautiful because it's like a puzzle piece that we put together of inspiration, and everyone's been so wonderful and beautiful. And we're going to get to hear again Sister Stone, who has an amazing voice, amazing message, and amazing medicine in her music. So Sister Stone.
Sister Stone, are you ready?
Sister Stone.
There she is.
Hello. Wow, I'm moved and touched by all of the music and the sharing and just the authenticity here and inclusion, the diversity that I'm witnessing. It's such a beautiful show. Thank you for putting this on. Yeah, so I'm going to be sharing a second song this evening. This one's called Relations, and it's really a prayer and kind of talking about how we can pray. How do we pray? How do we come together as people and really get in integrity and walk our talk, the things that we care about in life, the things that we that help us to connect to the earth and ourselves and all of our values, and how do we really get into alignment with those. So I really hope you enjoy this, get groovy again. Here we go.
Get right behind that. I get right behind that. I get right behind that. I get right behind that. Follow it, see where it goes. Stay true, stay on the road. Make
your offering, reciprocal feeling, let it sing, let your heart ring, be in right relation, good vibration, life is sweet, all that water brings, so much to be thankful for, focus on the prayer, water, wind, fire, air, holy creator, mother earth, father sky, walk with you side by side, holy creator, mother earth, father sky, walk with you side by side, holy creator, mother earth, father sky, walk with you side by side, holy creator, mother earth, father sky, walk with you side by side. Yo, always ask permission, only take what you need. Speak your prayers, cry your tears, specificity. This road of life is rugged, it will push you to the test. It will bring you out, love you down to your essence. Get down on your knees, close to Mama Earth. Think about your loved ones, put your family first. It's all about relations and how we tend to them. Reciprocal relations, human and non-human can. Holy creator, Mother Earth, Father Sky, walk with you side by side. Holy creator, Mother Earth, Father Sky, walk with you side by side. Holy creator, Mother Earth, Father Sky, walk with you side by side. Holy creator, Mother Earth, Father Sky, walk with you side by side. Yo, always ask permission, only take what you need. It's time to flip the script of this capitalist greed. Yo, pay her close attention, spread around the seeds. Voices to the marginalized, empowerment to lead. Feed the holy with your tears, beautiful words and poetry. Listen and respect of all living beings. I came here to remind you, you are of the earth. The more we reconnect, the more we find our worth. Holy creator, Mother Earth, Father Sky, walk with you side by side. Holy creator, Mother Earth, Father Sky, walk with you side by side. Holy creator, Mother Earth, Father Sky, walk with you side by side. Holy creator, Mother Earth, Father Sky, walk with you side by side. Holy creator, Mother Earth, Father Sky, walk with you side by side. Holy creator, Mother Earth, Father Sky, walk with you side by side. Yeah.
Whoa, wow. I'm going to go to the gallery view for a moment just to everybody twinkle. How beautiful that was. That was powerful. That's like the theme song for this evening. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Yeah.
And for one more moment, actually, what I will do is I'm going to go back and just remind people of all the ways they can connect with you. Let's all get that new EP of hers, yeah?
Yes, it is so good. And one of the things I would love is just dance to it and post the videos of you grooving so I can see, because I love dancing and love seeing people getting down to these beautiful, prayerful songs that I made for you.
Thank you so much, Sister Stone. Thank you. Well, we're now going to go across country to Fort Wayne, to Justin Mitchell. Justin's originally from Florida, but he's in Fort Wayne, where they're doing some recording. And Justin's going to bring us our next wisdom jewel. Welcome, Justin.
Thank you, Scott, for having me on here. First, I'd like to give a thanks to God, who is ahead of my life. A little bit about me. I played overseas basketball. I'm an artist. And I come from a family of lower class. So I was actually asked, this was late notice for me. And this is what God has put on my heart to share with all you wonderful people watching. So gifted with the ability to follow my heart, I've witnessed within my community and around the world, Fort Wayne, from being where I'm from, Dayton, I played basketball at Rice State. Miami is where I currently live, and teammates I play with in Switzerland, that there are limited choices available to become stable, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, financially. And, you know, those choices relate to music, sports, or drugs from where I'm from. One of my greatest gifts is empathy for people in my community and even around the world, being able to relate, communicate with those people. As I now live in Florida, overlooking the ocean, I'm inspired by reality. A lot of people and during my journey has told me, oh, you're doing a lot. You can't do this. You can't do that. And, you know, with my vision, recognizing my essential value, you know, I still today, I continue to walk my own path that God has given for me. I listen to the dreams and aspirations of clients, recruits, the mass who want to be financially free, spiritually free, mentally free, but have no wisdom or education on the literacy and how it relates to them. Understanding we live in a materialistic world. Understanding if the mind, body, and soul is broken, then riches and wealth do not exist. If you do not love yourself, we had a beautiful couple just talking about love, then love does not exist. Love does not exist, excuse me. One of my goals is to help people generate emotional and financial literacy, feeling, understanding, so they can follow and achieve their dreams by recognizing their essential value, as I continue to do today. So that's a little bit about me. I'm going to give you guys a quick track, a little demo of what I do as far as music. So here we go. It's on the way up. We on the way up. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. No, we never make it, now we on the way up. It took a lot of time, man, we had to wait up. Kept me pushing, they was trying to tell us, hold up. This a marathon, it'll never slow up. We on the way up, on the way up. On the way up, on the way up. We on the way up, on the way up. On the way up, on the way up. You gotta know your lovers who be showing fake love. Keep them around you long enough to know who you are. They try to find your weakness where they know you the strongest. And be the ones who tell you they'll love you the longest. I rock with chosen people, I don't rock with everybody. My brothers, loyalty keep us solid. When it's time to go to war, we all stick together. The same ones who stuck with me coming from the bottom. Now we on the way up. It took a lot of time, now we know who we are. They was trying to tell us, hold up. This a marathon, it'll never slow up. We on the way up, on the way up. On the way up. We on the way up, on the way up. This a marathon, it'll never slow up. A little bit about myself. That's an inspiration to those who feel like they're stagnant, those who feel like, you know, you don't have a purpose in life. All you have to do is just keep that vision and just, you know, continue to work, and progression will approach you. So that's love to everybody. Blessings.
Thank you so much, Justin. God bless you. Thank you. You know, we have over 250 people in our webinar room, and they're all just appreciating so many of everything that everybody's doing. So thank you, everybody in the webinar room, for your chats and your comments. And I'm turning it back over to my partner, Deborah.
Great. Everyone is so beautiful. We are all the teachers for each other. We are all who we came for. It's just beautiful. And one of our most special times in this broadcast that we've always had, and we started it because when we began, we did the World Meditation for Peace, where millions of people all over the world came together. And we united as one, because we're all energetically connected right now. This is not just a computer screen or a device. We are heart connected right now. And if we can empower that and activate that, that's a really strong force on the planet right now. And so we have a very special guide coming, spiritual guide, to assist us with this. And we wanted to invite the Native American indigenous people to come and speak to us. And when I thought of that, I thought of Grandmother Flor de Mayo, who is one of the 13 indigenous grandmothers who've been on a world crusade to share the wisdom. And she also has a center in New Mexico called The Path that she's creating to harvest heirloom seeds and have people come there and do healings. She was born and grew up in the highlands of Central America, and she actually came from a family of Mayan healers, and she was raised by her mother in a midlife, and she travels the globe and she speaks her truth and allows people to heal. Now she's in New Mexico, so she's a couple hours behind us, and she gets up like at 3 in the morning and she goes to bed at 7. but she really wanted to be with us. So we taped this sharing from her and this meditation that she's going to share with us. So I invite us now to all go into your center and connect with her and connect with all of us through your heart as she speaks to us and leads us in this wonderful meditation together.
Thank you, everybody, for listening in. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm sending my greetings out to the four directions. Much love and light to everyone on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. I want to thank our beloved Creator, Mother, Father, for bringing us together. All of you that are listening. I'd like to send my gratitude to the spirit of the holy ones, the Mother and the Father, Creator. Thank you. This period of time in which we're in right now, the experience of all of these
Oh, so it's telling me that the media, for some reason, just stopped it, and we're not quite sure why. I'm going to try restarting it, and everybody kind of do some positive vision here, because I'm not sure why it stopped. We did a couple tests, and it did fine before. So let's try again. Well, that's unfortunate. I think maybe what we may want to do, if Celestine is available, is I'm wondering what it might be like for us to swing into Celestine, Deborah? Yeah. Is Celestine with us?
I'm with you.
Definitely. Celestine is one of the high priestesses of this broadcast. She's been with us from the beginning. She led the meditation that we've had several times, and I'm happy to turn this over to you, Celestine, and allow us to connect in our hearts and our soul and bring forth this meditation now.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love to you, Deborah. I know this has been the mystery unfolding here. To you, Scott and Ken, thank you for all holding space for all of us in the Saturday Night Live every Saturday. Just so appreciated. And beaming out into the world. I feel all of you. I want to thank you all for your presence. So I'm going to begin with just tuning in, letting the sounds take us to a place of harmony as we just bring ourselves present. And we want to first send out a divine blessing to all who celebrate Beltane and the union of the goddess and the green man. For centuries, that has been one of the traditions, and the coming together of the male and the female energies on Earth to create new life. It's such a blessing. But as you know, there's the sheltering in place. So we may be missing out on that maypole dance. I know I missed out on it. And also the fires that are lit across the country, in England especially, that's where I was raised. And so we have the fire energies of Earth rising up, the mother energies of her fire coming forth and being drawn up by the sacred sun, and giving birth and bounty of food and living energies. You see people wanting to garden more. Even our neighbors were out gardening and talking to each other. It was wonderful. Babies born and joy comes upon the land. So even though there is sadness, we do have the balance of joyousness, knowing that there is a rebirth going on at this time. And so we draw together, and we've been drawn together tonight, all of us, in a new way. Here we are on this beautiful Zoom gathering in a new way as global humanity, we recognize that we sit upon the earth and we are midway between the heaven and the earth. We are the keepers of that space. And we are different, each one of us, unique and special. Each of us birthed into creation. We hold a key, each of you, to the expression of the source, to the expression of creation. So in our diversity, we honor and we look, what is the key? What do they know? I know when I'm looking into Asia, I see the key of energy. You know, in Egypt, we hold the consciousness of quality and function. So each of the gathering of the peoples, we want to look at that and honor that. We don't want to bash it or lose it, because each one gives us a part of the puzzle of creation, and we gather it in our basket, and we have this full basket of wonder and beauty. So each of us individually are powerful, yes, and we offer the world our blessings and our uniqueness, but in unity, we gather in strength and become an empowered force in the world. Imagining the 5 million people on 4-4, we meditated together, the feeling of that, of all of us coming together, and with one thought and one mind and one heart. Such beauty in that. So take a moment, take a breath, and feel all who are joined in this moment together. Take another breath in unity with each other. So I invite you to feel, as we take a breath together, all separation dissolving, and just feeling us breathing as one. We are one humanity. And in this feeling of unification, what are we actually uniting about? What is the focus? Knowing energy follows thought, what is your focus with us tonight as we all breathe together? The breath of life, sitting in the center between heaven and earth, giving our love, giving our blessings. We've been hearing it tonight. So our world is transforming at a rapid pace. Where you put your focus adds to what and how the future of our planet will unfold. If we're gathering visions of more fear, then that is what will unfold. We're bringing that to us as energy follows thought. Take a focus of the thought. And here we are tonight. I'm so excited with prayers of water, prayers of life. It's beautiful. So we take our next breath, and I invite you to envision together that the masks are off, that people are walking free, that we hold hands, we can hold hands around the world, and that we walk upon the earth free to move and do as we need in our creative ways. Envisioning that, I invite you to continue now through the night, envisioning at this peak moment of creativity where the energies are perfect for this manifesting the beautiful, positive imagings for your life, for your families, your communities, all of humanity and the earth. May our waters continue to flow cleanly. Our skies and forests remain purified and pristine. May humanity continue to evolve into unified consciousness in harmony and balance with the all. May we have love and compassion for each other as financially prosperity flows freely to each and every one. May all our children be safe and honored as the seeds of our future. May all beings be happy, have all that they need in life, and may the spirit of humanity awaken fully to its highest potential. Children of the earth, within the Sheshata of our Milky Way, glory in the light of the Radiant One, blessed be. Blessed be.
Thank you so much, Celestine. Thank you for jumping in and helping us
Yes.
out there.
Yeah, I want to mention too, I have all this diversity.
You do?
American, Egyptian, Russian, Viking. I love
You
it.
are a walking United Nations with a very
Right.
big heart. I
Yeah.
appreciate
Yeah.
that. Well, thank you so much. So it's all, I'm going to go to gallery view. That's all twinkle and appreciate, Celestine. Thanks for jumping in like that.
Thank you.
All right. So this is kind of we're a little bit past the halfway point in our show. And again, just want to thank everybody on Facebook who's watching us. And of course, everybody that's in our webinar room, over 250 people with us directly, and then everybody out in Facebook land. And again, you can still share this show. We still have some wonderful speakers, musicians to hear from. And I'm going to turn over to my partner, Deborah, who's going to then introduce it to our other partner, Ken.
Yes, and just want to mention our GoFundMe campaign again, which is going to be utilized to continue this broadcast and keep producing amazing shows for you. And we've got some really incredible shows coming up that we have planned. So we'd love your support to be able to do that. And again, we're not charging for the show, we're gifting you this show. And the spirit of gifting economy, which is the evolution of the new paradigm that we believe is coming in now. So you can gift us back whatever your heart desires. If it's just a little bit or a lot, we appreciate it so much. And in turn, we're going to gift that energy to some other nonprofits that are really helping our community now. And they will gift their services to community. So the gifting keeps flowing and flowing instead of one interaction that goes back and forth and stops. This is something that can keep flowing and rippling through our community. And I want to present someone who has come on our team, and it's been really helpful because Scott and I, are just passionately pulling this together on our own, but now collecting a team of people that are volunteering to help us to expand what we're doing and reach out more. And this is Ken Kaufman. He is the founder and producer of New Living Expo that takes place in San Mateo every year. It was canceled this year because of a lockdown. So he jumped on board with us and started helping us, which has been extremely valuable. And he helped co-produce a show last week with Carolyn Mays, Caroline Casey, and all of that. And he's going to help manage and bring in the organizations that we're going to help fund. So he's going to share a bit about that. Also a Facebook group that we're starting so that people can comment to us and let us know what they would like us to see and if they want to participate. So I want to turn this over now to Ken Kaufman.
Thank you, everyone, and hope everybody's having a wonderful time tonight. It's just another memorable Saturday. I so look forward to this every Saturday, and it's like this is one of the biggest things I do all week, and it's just like a little expo every week. So it's like continuing that whole momentum. So, and we ask you if you could, go deep inside of yourself and help support this cause, because it's such a great thing that we're doing for humanity, and the fund that we're creating is going to be used for lots of different organizations. I'm researching, and I'm asking you if you have ideas for fund raising, and I say that with FUN because it's fun. Pass that information on to our new Facebook group page we're going to be creating starting today. And we're going to be having that ongoing. So if you have suggestions for fundraising, or if you want to be a presenter, or a good presenter that wants to be part of the show, please pass that information on. I'll be looking at that daily and researching and seeing which ones would be most apropos for the show. So that's a continuation thing. And I wanted to support everyone and say thank you for your sharing, your deep empathy, and your deep concern for what we're going through right now. It's a difficult time for a lot of people. We're trying to make the best of it here, and we hope that you do too at the same time. We have this week, we had the same thing last week, the SOAS, the North Bay SOAS, they united group of over 700 individuals that are making more than 1,000 masks a week and donating them to the healthcare workers. We're very happy with them. They use what they need is they need fabric, and they need the wire to make the bands that go around your to hold the mask, so they can continue to make these masks. So they need your funds, and we're supporting them and helping you support us in doing that, battling the COVID-19. They've been buying everything on their own. They need your help. Any donation size is greatly appreciated, and they're making materials all across the country. They need help. The other fundraising we're doing this week is for the grandmother Florida Mayo, and her mission of the path is to conserve and distribute seeds for the future generations. They meet their mission through seed conservation, education, collaboration with other organizations and indigenous communities. Vision is to raise spiritual consciousness on an interconnectedness between humanity and Mother Earth. The heirloom seeds are our past and our future. Taking many generations to diversify and cultivate, seed banks like the one at the path are crucial for our very survival. They support our survival by preserving crop diversification, protecting us from climate change, protecting us from natural disasters, migrating disease in crops, providing seeds, material for research. And Grandmother Florida Mayo is the founder of the path, and that's also located 40 acres in New Mexico. So we're very proud to have those two organizations be our fundraiser for this particular week. So do what you can and help support the cause. And do share on our Facebook group page your thoughts, your concerns, whatever you'd like to share. Just give it to us as much as you can. And remember that if you donate $44, you get a mention on the air. $77, you'll get a weekend pass for the expo in October. And then if it's $100, you get a life coach 1-hour coaching session. If it's $200, you get the special MC of them all, Scott. So he'll be giving you a personal coaching session. So look at that, and thanks everybody for supporting this cause and this great Saturday Night Live.
Thank you very, very much, Ken. Really appreciate that. What happened was part of my computer, one of my networks crashed. So unfortunately, I had all queued up to show the path visual along with grandmother. So I'll try and figure out how to do that a little bit in the future. And I want to thank the people whose donations are still coming in the last few minutes, quite a few people. And Mohini, Mary Margaret, you just got 2 free tickets to the New Living Expo. Thank you for your $77 donation. And again, even the $10 donations are fantastic. Thank you, everybody, for your support. And now I'm going to turn back over to Deborah to introduce our next musical performer. Deborah? Deborah, you're unmuted. We can't hear you, Deborah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And we reached out far and wide to find musical performers that could really give us magical music from all around the world. And we found, through some connections, Daniel Ballon. And he is an amazing musician as well as a spiritual leader. And he does musical mantras that are just incredible, that take you up into much incredible heart space and spiritual space. We saw his video and we said, wow, amazing. We wanted him to grace us with his beautiful music here. So he's from Argentina, but he lives in the United States now and doing his work here. And we're so happy to present Daniel Ballon.
Thank you so much, Deborah and Scott and everyone here. I would like to share with you a mantra for wealth, prosperity, and abundance. It's a mantra for Mahalakshmi. Actually, invoking these 8 different powers. There's 8 different qualities to Mahalakshmi that we all have inside. And it has to do with our ability to integrate experiences on the physical level, emotional, psychological. It has to do with having our strength, our courage, and our wealth, our money coming in, and so many different kinds of wealth that we can cultivate. So I would like to share this mantra so that we can gain wealth consciousness. Namastestu Mahamaye Shripite Urapujite Shankachakradhaste Mahalakshmi Namostute Namaste Garutarude Kola Sura Bhayankari Sarva Papa Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Amma Amma Mahalakshmi Namostute Sarvajñe Sarvavarade Sarvadushta Bhayankari Sarvadukka Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradajini Mantra Murte Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Amma Amma Mahalakshmi Namostute Hari Om Amma Mahalakshmi Namostute Adyantarahite Devi Adya Shakti Maheshwari Yoga Jay Yoga Sambhute Mahalakshmi Namostute Stula Sukshma Maharodre Mahashakti Mahodare Mahapapa Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Amma Amma Mahalakshmi Namostute Hari Om Amma Mahalakshmi Namostute Padmasanasthite Devi Parabrahma Swarupini Parameshi Jagannatha Mahalakshmi Namostute Shvetam Bharadare Devi Jnanalambarabhushite Jagashtite Jagannatha Mahalakshmi Namostute Amma Amma Mahalakshmi Namostute Hari Om Amma Mahalakshmi Namostute Mahalakshmi Namostute Mahalakshmi Namostute
Thank you so very, very much, Daniel. That really, you know, we're going to have a meditation with grandmother, but your song really kind of served as our meditation just now. It was just exquisite.
Thank you so much, Scott.
Thank you so much. And I hope you'll come back and do another song with us sometime soon, okay?
I would love to. Thank you.
I'm wanting to ask Omega and Lauren to please turn their cameras on so that we can move forward with the show. I want to make sure that you're still here with us. Thank you. So one of the things that we always enjoy is not only do we mix up music and kind of variety, but we also bring in, every week we try and have at least some comic relief. We've had Swami Beyondananda in the past. We've had some really wonderful comedians and magicians. So Omega, now that I see that you're here, that's great. So I'm gonna turn it over to Omega. I wanted to make sure you're here, so I was getting ready for our next act, which is gonna be comedy with Lauren. But now that Omega is here with us, I'm gonna put the spotlight on you. And we wanted to, of course, not only represent all cultures or diverse cultures, but I realized that we also wanted to bring in people of different genders. And so we have with us the founder of Trans of Anarchy, Inc., representing trans men of color and intersex. His name is Ty Rance Kelly Sr., but he also goes by Omega West. And Omega, thank you for being with us. And I'm really looking forward to your wisdom jewel and what you'd like to share with us.
Hello, 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 everybody. Can everybody hear me well? I hope. I want to thank you, Scott, once again for allowing me to be on this show. I want to give the Most High and the Most Creator of all things for creating me and being who I am and having this in my path for me to be in this space. And I want to bless all that are tuning in and those that will tune in later. I am a intersex trans man of color that was born and raised in Chicago, lived my life in Atlanta, and I now reside here in the lovely state of the Sunshine, California. I do a lot of work helping individuals, as y'all can see in the background. I don't believe in keeping quiet at all, by no means necessary. And I believe that everybody's story needs to be heard. But not a lot of people can live in their own transparency because not a lot of people know who they are. And we all searching for the same thing and don't know how to get there, but also don't want to help each other. So together tonight for you guys, I put together a little spoken word thing with, shout out to Erykah Badu and The Roots. I'm going to use the instrumental in the background with this song. Love don't love nobody, so it doesn't exist. But self-love and self-care, and what we need right now in this world does exist. So without further ado, when people judge, they judging just to judge. And when people say they care, they don't really care. People ain't really worried like you think that they worry. So this is what I tell people when they say that they worry about me. You understand? And I want y'all to sing it along. If you worry about me, then don't worry about me. If you worried about me, then baby, don't worry, my creator got me. If you worry about me, then don't worry about me. If you worry about me, then baby, don't worry, you know that I got me. Yeah. No fake friends, no frenemies, no enemies. Don't need no fake people around me. Yeah. No fake friends, no frenemies, no enemies. Don't need no fake people around me. Why are people in this world so against one another? They smile in your face, but they hate you undercover. It's so hard to decipher the fake from the real. So what is the purpose of making your friend? I just can't deal. We live in the community of illness, violence, drama, hurt, and pain. The sad part, they treat us all the same. From the outsiders to yourself, it's all the blame. We suffer from mental health, poverty, mental reverse, enslaved in the self. We don't care for our own damn self, which leads to so many early graves. There is so much strength, power, and creativity that we can offer if we just come together. But we use our skills to make each other hurt. We make each other hotter. We make each other worse. So many just want to be loved and just accepted, but the shit each other doing is just not irrelevant. At this point, it's really just expected. What's unexpected is expected that it's irrelevant. I fight to better the community every day. I don't care if I gotta fight it alone because I stand alone and the seeds I plant as they grow. Hey, the seeds I plant and they grow. Black is beautiful. Tattoos are my art. No matter how much discrimination that I face, to get to know me before you judge me is how I am. I'm a book that's been battered, beaten as the ground since day one. I was born. I don't let my past break me down and leave me scorned. I create my own path. And failure is never an option. I continue to leave my mark in this world. I have a family to care for, and my girl is number one. Possibility is endless when people are the one. When people are different and we join together in one place, there is no possibility to learn from one another, to begin to understand one another, and to create methods of how to live, work, and collaborate with one another. Sometimes, although things appear to seem different externally, after conversations, one can see that there may not be many differences at all. Never judge a book by its cover. And always treat people with kindness because you never know who people truly are or the connections that they could have. In order to achieve greater unity, we have to let our guards down. We have to communicate in an effective way and begin to make solutions and not add on to the issues at hand. We have to create boundaries and let people know how we want to be treated. In order to accomplish unity, we must put our selfishness aside, focus on the needs of our people, our community, and understand that in unity, there is no letter I, but in team, no one stands alone. To be unified, we have to uplift one another, learn about each other's strengths and weaknesses. In order to be one in another and in any position, to become successful, you gotta first love self, know self, and take care of self in order to help everybody else.
Thank you so much, Omega, for that very, very important message. God bless you for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I've been able to kind of restart my my Gmail that had crashed, and I want to just acknowledge a couple people that have already provided their services for tonight, some of their gifts. Of course, Celestine is a central part of our community, and thank you, Celestine, for jumping in when the video crashed and taking over. I just want to let everybody know this is how you can reach Celestine. I've known her for a long, long time. We were born just a few hours apart from each other on Christmas Day, and she's right there with me. And we've had many birthday parties together. Anyway, thank you, Celestine. We love you so, so much. I'm guessing that maybe during Community Connections, we'll get a chance to hear from her also. And I also wanted to let people know a little bit more about Daniel Ballon, because certainly I think we all were touched by your music, Dan. It's beautiful. And so we can listen to you on Spotify. And also this way people can just write down your name and find you on Spotify or go to danielballon.com. So thank you very, very much, Daniel.
Thank you, Scott.
Yeah, It's beautiful to have you with us. Thank you. There he is. Thank you. All right. So now, as I have promised, we're going to have some comedy. And I'm going to put the spotlight on Lauren Mayer and tell you just a little bit about Lauren for a moment. And she also is somebody who kind of came in at the last minute for us, so we really appreciate these shows. Really, if you knew all the things that Deborah and I and Ken go through to pull these shows together. People are in and then they can't do it. Anyway, thank you, Lauren. And just a little bit about her. During challenging times, people have often used music and humor to ease their stress. And Lauren combines both in her very unique take on current events. Since 2012, she's posted a weekly topical comedy song, and her latest viral sensations are helping people to laugh at our experience of sheltering in place. And I watched some of her videos are really, really funny, so really, you got to check them out. We'll give you the website after her performance. She also writes children's educational music, and she's also done a lot of non-pandemic comedy songs as well. But very much she has a real desire to help us to laugh as we learn. She's a Phi Beta Kappa graduate of Yale and a 5-time recipient of the San Francisco Cabaret Gold Award, and an award-winning composer and lyricist. Wow, this is a very talented woman we have with us, and we get to hear that talent right now. Take it away, Lauren.
Well, thank you. And I'm going to do a couple of my shelter in place songs in honor of tonight's theme of being unity. We've got a diverse group of people. We're all experiencing variations on the challenges of shelter in place. And here's one of them. We're all in this together, as inside we must remain. Though the fear and isolation can produce a lot of strain, still I'm grateful to be healthy, so I really can't complain. But one aspect of this quarantine makes me a bit of insane. I can't remember what day it is. Saturday? Sure, if that's what you say it is. Lately, okay, that's the way it is. But the tedium's a bummer, my friend. Day after day, here at home we stay. No going out, not for work or play. I'm living my own version of Groundhog Day, but at least that movie finally had an end. I can deal with my roots popping or my grungy chipping nails. I can cope with no more shopping, though I miss those Nordstrom sales. Though my wardrobe needs refreshing, I'll keep dressing casually. But the way the days are meshing is depressing as can be. Each morning I wake wondering what's today. Monotony's driving me nuts today. 'Cause we're all stuck in our ruts today. Yeah, it's true, these are unusual times. I'm losing track of what day we're in. Is it April or May we're in? What can allay the dismay we're in? And I know I'm overusing eternal rhymes. Someday we'll be able to go out and resume some of our usual perks. I'd set a date for a great big blowout, but by then I won't remember how a calendar works, 'cause I have no idea what day it is. Ask if my brain is okay, it is not, but I guess I'll just pray it is. Gonna recover when these tougher times are done. So until then, I hope you have a great day and can remember which one. Thanks.
That is fun. And can you give us one more? Yeah, one more.
Yeah, okay. I've got one more quick one. I wanted to maybe do a little bit of positive envisioning of what things would be like when this is over. And I thought about doing a parody. The perfect one would be from a musical movie about two sisters who went through the ultimate in extended shelter in place. If that gives you a little hint. This is envisioning what it'll be like. I know things won't open for a while, but thinking about it makes me smile. Who knew we'd even miss those long commutes? Lines at the airport will be fun, and someday I might get my hair done. Finally, I won't have to hide these roots. Seeing actual real-life people without masks will be totally bizarre. can I remember how to drive a car? 'Cause for the first time in forever, there'll be movies, there'll be malls, no more family home forever, till we're all climbing the walls. I know that the shutdown is vital, but it just helps me to see this won't really last forever. It just feels that way. Someday imagine me wearing heels, don't even remember how that feels, or using an alarm clock once again. Normal routines will be so cool, and oi, when my kids go back to school, I might even miss them now and then. I imagine a big celebration where folks from all over can mix, like at the end of Star Wars Episode 6. 'Cause for the first time in forever, there'll be hugging, there'll be touch, and I must admit I never thought I'd miss long lines as much. I'm not saying open up prematurely, but when it's safe to take that chance, for the first time in forever, I'll even put on pants.
Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
It is so important to have some humor during all of this with any challenges that you have in your life on all levels. Humor is definitely healing medicine. So here's how you can reach Lauren. She is a professional comedian, and please contact her. This is her website, laurenmayer.com. And thank you so much, Lauren.
It was my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me part of this absolutely wonderful, incredibly diverse, inspiring gathering. I'm really glad to be here.
Yes, you're so welcome. Thank you for jumping on. And we have a couple more musicians that we want to share. And we've, again, chosen musicians that represent all places of the world. And this is a beautiful being who is a blend of multicultural oneness. He utilizes music as a healing art. He's a TEDx speaker, and you may know him because he's part of the West African Oakland band, Doggone Lights. And he really truly channels spiritual world music, transmitting stories and ceremonial songs from spirit. And I'd like to present now Ashel Cizon. Thank you, Ashel, for being here.
Thank you for having me. Yes, it's really beautiful experience just to witness and be present with people from around the world. You're celebrating themselves and celebrating life. So good to be here. I'm with EFAM, by the way. I'm in Essential Foods and Medicine. So it's really good to play some music, actually, just because it's been such a full-on flow of giving and receiving and sort of putting seeds down for a new creation, working to get people who need it, people immune compromised, working to get them essential foods and medicine. So we make juices, soups, and smoothies. We take surplus from the food system, food banks, and also farmers, and we take it direct, nutrient-dense foods to people who are dealing with health and actually in the transition space right now. So we just buttress that by making some medicines for them and being a distribution hub in Oakland, West Oakland. So salute from here, Essential Food and Medicine, EFAN. We'll do a little bit of music on the Goni. Yeah. Everything good? You can hear me good? Good?
Yes. Yeah, your sound sounds good.
Awesome. skin, yeah. Heard a lot of lies on the fly. Even push war on our kin, yeah. Seen a lot of foolishness that we participate in. It gave a lot of pain to this land, and Lord knows, I guess we just souls passing through, returning to growing true. I heard someone say one day, repent and be peace. I heard someone say one day, forgive and be free. Grace will lift our heads to see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Grace will lift our heads to see that there are rose petals falling from the sky. Rose petals falling from the sky. Rose petals falling from the sky. Yeah. Rose petals falling from the sky. Somewhere lost on our way home, but the truth is not too far, no, no. Closer than breath and nearer than hands, yeah. I can see the light flooding in your heart. 'Cause what we are looking for is where we're looking from. And what you are looking for is where you're looking from. I guess it's just a play of consciousness, yeah. That I am what I am that in this stillness and eternal peace. Know yourself and you'll be free. Yes, grace will lift our heads to see that they are rose petals falling from the sky. 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 Loka samasta sukino bhavantu bhavantu. One more again, say Loka samasta sukino bhavantu bhavantu. Just visualizing, you know. Yeah, just visualizing this beautiful light inside of everyone's heart, shining bright. Out of one come the many. And then depending on your perspective, the many becomes one. Visualizing the flowers falling from the sky, rose petals. Sacred medicine for the heart. all the grief, settling beyond all the confusion, this clarity, this oneness. The visual behind the eyes, the one that sits in the still ever seen, the unnameable, the unchangeable. Rose falling from the sky. Rose petals falling from the sky. Rose petals falling from the sky. Shanti you, Shanti you.
Oh, boy, I think we all are feeling those rose petals coming from the sky down upon us. Thank you so much for that beautiful, beautiful song. And thank you so much for the beautiful service work that you do, Arshel. Thank you for that. Thank you. And, please let us know more about that so that we can promote that work on our future shows, okay?
Yes, definitely. I'll post something in the link. So.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, everyone.
God bless you. So, want to invite everybody that we've got a couple more. We're still going to hear from M.A. Shanti. We still have one more musical person. I have a brief video to show. And then we're going to have our community connection time, which will start in about 15 minutes. And that's where anybody watching, we've got over 200 people still in the webinar room with us. Anybody watching who wants to come on and share a minute of how this evening has inspired them, what cultivating unity within diversity looks like for you, we certainly want to hear from you. We wanted to have a child represented. And so I have a lot of children that I'm aware of and know of, but there's one in particular that I've been coaching recently who has been facing the challenge of being bullied. And he wasn't able to get an internet connection that would be reliable enough to know that he could come online. So I filmed this little 1-minute video with him earlier today. But I want to introduce you to my friend, Zemery, in Nevada.
Hello, my name is Emery. My challenge in life has been being bullied, which is where one person takes another person and hurts them physically or mentally. The possibility instead of bullying would be friendship or empathy. The way I look at it is the bully throws a ball of hatred or anger towards you, and you can either throw it back to somebody else or change it into friendship and throw it to them. I hope I can send this to everybody and give everybody this word.
Thank you. Thank you, Zemery. I just really wanted to acknowledge all the people around the world who haven't had a voice tonight. The children, the hungry. So many of us are privileged to even have internet that we can come on and see each other and share. Most of us are very privileged. I certainly feel very privileged. And so thank you everybody for the prayers, whether it was through a song like we just heard from Rochelle, or all the other different ways that you have all been contributing. And let's just really keep in our hearts those who don't have a voice, including children who are being bullied. Because of the lockdown, there's a very terrible increase in domestic violence, alcoholism, sexual abuse. As a coach, there's a lot of people I'm working with that are struggling. A lot of people out there that need our support and our help. So think about the people you know in your neighborhood or in your life who might be feeling alone or needing support. Let's really open up. We can't count on the government to fix it. It's up to us to think about the people in our world, in our life, that need support, that need encouragement. Thank you. And turn it back over to Deborah now to introduce our next speaker.
Yes, that was so touching, I'm sure, to all of us. And we have one more keynote speaker, one more wisdom jewel, and one more musician. And so I'm so happy to present as a keynote speaker, Emmy Shanti. She is a spiritual teacher from Argentina, and she's been dedicated to the awakening of consciousness. She's been teaching for 30 years, and she's also a producer. She produces the whole Spanish contingency that happens at Conscious Life Expo, which is amazing, and shares this consciousness with all the Latino community around the world that comes to Conscious Life Expo. So I wanted to invite her to be on the program and share her perspective of the awakening that's happening now, and especially cultivating unity in diversity. So thank you, Emmy, for coming on with us now.
Well, for me, it's really an honor. Sorry, I need to put this to be here. How can I describe this? Feeling so much love. I'm here from the beginning, seeing all of you. You're so amazing. It's amazing to feel the offering of your medicine is like really touching. We're really changing the vibrational field of the world, because basically everything is energy, vibration, and we know that. And vibration is created by our emotions, our emotional body. So how we feel is so important, to feel good, to feel loved, to feel fulfilled, to feel abundant, to feel that we are the infinite and we are eternal. That's the feeling that we have to come back. We have to return. It is amazing for me, to be here. I'm just so grateful. And I tell you, I was so touched with everyone who participated here. Thank you, Ashel, so much for your medicine. That was so beautiful. It went directly to my heart. And basically, everything was like that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I know that for the people who doesn't know me, it's true, I am from Argentina. I was born there, actually. And, well, my first language is Espanol. Hablo español, no? I speak Spanish. And corona means crown, right? And it's the crown. And for me, that's related with the heart, with the heart, of course, but with the crown chakra, the crown. That the crown chakra is a vortex. It's a vortex, is the zero, is zero. It's like the saints that has the hello, the zero. And this is a vortex to emptiness, to connect really deep inside of us with the infinite universe, with the galactic consciousness, with the wisdom of the stars, and with the magic and all the knowledge that is there of unconditional love that is there constantly for us. The whole creation is unconditional love. We are that love. We are that love. We have to awake into this beautiful presence of love that we are. So I want to take some seconds to honor this beautiful, magical presence that we are. So take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Relax. Receive this beautiful medicine of this beautiful, amazing gathering that we have tonight, full of love and light. This corona is a great teacher, a great master, because in the surface we have to practice social distancing to be a part of each other, but we are really connected and united with all. And we understand the ancient teachings that we are one. We're all the same, connected, because everything is light, vibration, and love. That's the real thing. It's love, vibration, light. So when we connect with that space, with that zero, with the crown, corona, we understand that we are together. We are one. We are one. This is a miracle. This is a miracle. Without Corona, we will not will be here tonight, right? Corona brought us together. The crown chakra, the connection that is not the communication anymore. We are communicating from the cosmos. We are communicating, bringing these high vibrational frequencies to the planet because we are light and we are love, and we have to understand that. So when the light is there, the darkness is gone. It's gone. The fear is gone. The fear is gone. So it's only one thing we need to do, is to trust, 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 because it's a divine intelligence that is much smarter than we are. Just trust. Trust that God, that divine intelligence within yourself that is so beautiful and wonderful and majestic. And you are part of that. And you are unique and wonderful and beautiful. This diversity that we saw tonight here with all these wonderful, loving souls. I love you all. So, as all the spiritual teachers have said, and this is eternal wisdom, surrender to the light, surrender to the light, surrender to the light, and trust. Trust. Trust, because when you are, every time that you're in fear, it's because you don't trust. You don't trust. And we trust because we know that God of the universe, or Elohim, Adonai, Shiva, Shakti, Om, Wakantanka, Great Spirit, whatever way you want to call it, really, it is knows is everything, is through us. So we don't need to worry. Just let the universe do their work, because it is, the essence is love. So it's benign, it's good. The universe is not bad, it's good. Just trust. Just trust. Remember, this is just
Thank you so very, very much. What an incredible, just beautiful vision and a beautiful being that you are. This is my first time getting to know you, and I'm so touched. And wow, all of a sudden, I think I know where I want to be on May 7th. Emi Shanti is going to be part of this incredible combination of people gathering, and it's going to be an extraordinary live stream at 6 o'clock Pacific time. So you can learn all about it by going to portals2awakening.com. portals2awakening.com. And that just looks incredible. And look at all the beautiful people, including Daniel, who we just heard.
there. And Celestine Star is there too.
That's right. Oh my gosh, it's all of our friends are going to be there.
Sister, yeah, we are all the same, we're all together.
And we're collaborating with Diana Maxwell on one of our upcoming shows. So that really looks like a very special event.
Amazing, beautiful. And Jose Luis Delgados, he's from Cusco, from Peru. He's bringing the wisdom of the Incan culture, because we are united, the condor and the eagle, the south and the north. I am from Argentina, right?
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much for blessing us with your presence. Thank you so very, very, very much. As I introduce our final musical performer tonight, I just want to acknowledge that every mother is a superhero. We live in a culture that glamorizes athletes and famous people and celebrities, but is there any greater superhero than a mother? And this is a superhero times 6, because Misty Rain, also known as Kinder K, has 6 children. 7, if we're going to include your guitar. That's quite, I love that guitar. Look at that.
This is my baby.
So thank you so much for waiting, and Mr. Rain is going to bless us with our final musical number of the night.
Thank you so much. I hope you guys can hear me good.
Yeah, you sound good.
This is a song I wrote. I think it encompasses everything that's been going on tonight. So hope you enjoy it. The sun is gonna shine. The moon will light your way at night. The flowers gonna grow. You are the food to my soul. Yes, you are my everything. The birds are gonna sing. They wake me up in the morning. The rainbow covers the sky with rain. You are the medicine for my pain. Yes, yes, you are my everything. Like a brand new baby being born. Gentle waves wash upon the shore. Gentle as a rose without its thorns. You are the one I adore. My everything. Birds, the birds are gonna sing. They wake me up in the morning. The rainbow covers the sky to rain. You are the medicine for my pain. My every my everything. Ooh, yeah. My everything, everything. All that your hand that you bring. My everything. Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity and inviting me.
Thank you so much. And I know that in 2 weeks you've got you'll have music available, and so we'll announce that on the show and maybe have you back. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a great day.
Deborah?
Yes, we have one more wisdom jewel. And this is from Ruby Ye. She's an entrepreneur with extensive business experience in Silicon Valley, personal growth, spiritual field. Her main areas of passion are social impact, empowering women's voices, and spiritual business leadership. But she is an amazing spiritual light, and she represents the Asian culture, which we really wanted to bring into this broadcast here. And she's also a deep spiritual sister and soul friend. So I'm so happy to present Ruby Ye.
Thank you so much, Deborah, and thank you, Scott and Kenny, for doing all this. And I have to admit, I am right now so drunk in love. Okay. I'm still floating in shells, rose petals, and Emmy's bowl. So I've got to now turn on my brain. And this is kind of fascinating because, you know, Deborah, when you asked me to speak about and representing the Asian culture, I just thought, wow, that's so interesting, you know? Like, what could I really share about unity? Because it's, you know, the stereotype of the Asian cultures, we're sort of like the model minority, right? Because we're the culture that, you know, gets the best grades and, you know, that don't make waves. And so all those external success things we have conformed to very well. So when I really thought about it, I thought, God, talking about unity, what I feel so many of I and many people of my culture, the Asian culture, Chinese, Japanese, East Indians, that we actually have to unify with a part of ourselves that's been so denied. Like our feelings, our emotions, our spiritual life, and also just being vulnerable. Like I was sharing a story with Deborah saying that, you know, when I was in my 20s, my father had a talk with me because he was saying, Ruby, why are you into all that meditation and spirituality and all that Zen stuff? You should wait until you're retired before you spend all that time in that. And like, we just had a good laugh. And then, you know, also realizing that like when he passed and I was crying at his graveside, and one of my relatives says, don't cry, don't cry. And I thought, wow, if I'm not allowed to cry at my father's funeral, where am I allowed to cry? You know, so when I look at this whole unify, I just thought, how can us Asians be given permission to reclaim all of us? Everything that we are as a whole being, our spiritual being, my emotional being, my heart and soul. And I feel like then when I really deeply thought about it, I recognized, well, it's not just about my culture, it's every single culture. And if all of us, regardless of our culture, whether it's Latino or African American or Asian or Caucasian, if we can all reclaim that real essence of our heart and soul, then that's where the unity comes, regardless of the diversity. So I feel like, you know, what we're going through right now is so beautiful because as we've been talking about how we're all, I love what Carolyn May said last week, is like, this is the divine that's ordered the children to go to our rooms. And as we're in our quiet now, that's given us an opportunity, it's given me as an Asian woman to really, really reclaim my heart, reclaim my spirit, much deeper than I have ever done. And I really wish that for my brothers and sisters of my culture to have the courage to explore our feelings, have the courage to explore the depth of our soul, our vulnerability. And I see that's how we can bring it together among all cultures, regardless of our ethnicity. that's where we can really truly have the unity, regardless of whatever diverse background we come from. So thank you for inviting me here, Deborah. So I really had a chance to really dig in deep on that. So again, thank you, Scott. Thank you, Kenny, for doing this.
Thank you so much, Ruby. Thank you for kind of wrapping us up. And I want to acknowledge, we've got this GoFundMe going on, and thank you everybody for your donations. And I kind of have been checking the donations, and something just jumped out at me, which I'm going to share with you in a moment. But I want to thank Linda, who's donated $77, so you've got 2 tickets coming to the expo. I want to thank Steve, Ilona. There's this person, Anonymous, who keeps donating over and over and over. So thank you, Anonymous, whoever you are. Wendy Anderson, thank you. Cynthia, thank you. Susan, thank you. But I need to share something very wonderful that's just happened. I brought him up onto the panel, but I don't know if he's actually there or not. But it is Jay Mayer's birthday today. And Jay has donated $3,500 to us. $3,500. So thank you. Actually, he had earlier donated $300, and he just donated another $3,500. So actually a total of $3,800. And happy birthday to you, Jay.
Oh.
What an extraordinary gift you've given to us. Thank you.
Well, I'd like to match your goal, whatever it is, by the end of the night, because, I'm all about success. And, if we have goals, they should be attainable and we should be able to achieve them. So I'm happy to be a part of that, especially since it's going to help people that really are in need.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, I think now with your generous donation, I definitely want to, I think Deborah and Ken will feel comfortable with me saying that we definitely want to donate some money to a Shell's organization and what he's doing with helping to feed people. So absolutely, your donation allows us to be able to increase our support. So thank you so much, Jay. Jay Mayer for president. Jay Mayer for president. Absolutely.
Yes.
Happy birthday, brother.
Can I say a word at some point?
Yeah, you know what I'd love to do? Yeah. I'm going to have you lead off our community connection. So that way, everybody, if we want to hear more from Jay, his birthday, we're going to kind of wrap up the official part of the show. We're going to go into the community connections in a few minutes. So if any of you want to be on camera and share for a minute, please, it's really important that you send me a message in the chat box, and then I promote you from an attendee into being a panelist. And you may need to, let me know so that I can bring you in, and we'll bring in a few more people, and we'll start us off with listening to a little bit more from Jay. But right now, I do want to turn it over to my partner, Deborah, and also to Kenny Kaufman, our other partner. Deborah?
Yes, thank you so much for all your donations, for your participation. We never know how the show's going to go, and it's just beautiful. Thank you to all the presenters who showed up with your heart and soul. And the donations that you have are really going to inspire us to continue this. And we've got some great things coming up. Next week, we're going to collaborate with Conscious Life Expo that takes place in LA every February. And they're going to be bringing in some top speakers. And we're in process of confirming them now, but we do know that we have Billy Carlson, Daniel Brinkley, Adam Apollo, Emi Shanti's going to be back. And for music, we have Donna DeLore and probably Elijah Ray and some other top keynotes that we're confirming in the next day or so. And then the week after that, on May 16th, we're going to be collaborating with Global Coherence Pulse, and they're going to be bringing in some top speakers and some top musicians too. So it's pretty exciting because we're all coming together to co-create this and share this with large community. So thank you so much. And Ken, did you want to say a few more words about the Facebook?
Yeah, the Facebook, I'm already getting a few just emails from people that are giving me some ideas and suggestions. Thank you, keep them coming. And I just want to say, hey, thanks everybody for sharing from the heart, because boy, it sure feels great, and I can't wait for next Saturday. So thanks again. great for the community. She will be happening shortly. And I expected a couple people that I saw in the chats that wanted to come on, so we'll be looking for those people, and stay tuned.
Yep, I'm seeing the people asking to come on in. If you've sent a message earlier, send it to me again. But I am bringing people in, and we are going to watch this really beautiful video that Deborah found that really is a lovely way to kind of conclude the official part of our show, and then we'll go into community connection time. So here we go, and hopefully this time the video will play without crashing. What is it with videos? And I gotta tell you, we're gonna have to ask Alan Lundell, our super tech person, to figure this out.
You're my life, you're my breath, you're a smile, you're my guest, you're the earth, you're the sun, you're the I love. You're my hands, you're a bug, you're my eyes, you're a hug, you're the light in the dark, the spark, you are fun. You're my mom, you are water, you're the stars, you're my daughter, you're my friend till the end, you're my dreams, you're my father, you're the ants on the ground, the miracles that surround, I'm feeling it all around, the hemisphere in the clouds. You're my pain, you're my sorrow, you're my hope for tomorrow, you're the strength when I'm hollow, you're the path that I follow, you're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss, the gift to realize that everything
All
is a
that
gift.
I am, all that I see, all that I've been and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. It all. Grateful for it
You're the blessings every time I try to count. You're the lessons that I learn every time I turn around. You're the water when I'm burned every time I think I found everything I'm looking for. You're the sign saying stop to take a bow and keep moving forward and start looking towards your heart. It'll open all the doors and only then you'll start to hear the world singing chorus with your mind and heart. Aligned in purpose, everything
all
will feel
that I
gorgeous.
am, all that I see, all that I've been and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all.
Every day I sit and pray cause what I have is more than I deserve or could ever imagine. How do I give back to all of this magic and spread the love so everybody can have it? Doesn't matter if I'm rich or poor, if I got a family or if I'm all alone. Bad things happen, I can just complain and moan. But there's a million things that I can be grateful for.
So I lift up my hands now, and I open my heart, and my gratitude goes out to everything near and far. All that I am,
And everything I see, everything I hope, and everything I dream, everything I feel, and everything I be. I look deep down and feel all the blessings. Everything I am, and everything I see, everything I hope, and everything I dream, everything I feel, and everything I be. I'm grateful for it all. It's amazing. Everything I am, and everything I see, everything I hope, and everything I dream, everything I feel, and everything I be. I look deep down and feel all the blessings. Everything I am, and everything I see, everything I hope, and everything I dream, everything I feel, and everything I be. I'm grateful for it all. It's amazing. You're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss, the gift to realize that everything is a gift.
Wait, one more. This is for y'all.
All that I am.
All that I see.
All that I've
been.
It's a blessing.
It's so amazing.
And I am grateful for
Well, that was fun. Thank you, everybody. I am bringing people on, and be patient with me if I couldn't. What I found was when I was starting to bring people on during the video, it was interrupting the video. So we're gonna hear from everybody. Try and keep it please to a minute. Although Jay, you kind of earned a little bit of extra time. Thank you so much again. I'm going to start a community connection tonight with Jay, his birthday and his very generous donation. Thank you, Jay. What would you like for us to know? You're on, but you're muted for some reason.
Okay.
There you go.
Yes, I am actually a censored candidate. I ran for governor of California in 1994. I ran for president of the United States in 1996. And I know that censored candidates are usually not censored because, well, anyway, I'm a censored candidate and I'm running again. And my goal is to befriend all nations, including Iran and North Korea, because all these sanctions and tariffs, they harm the people there. It's the regime, they're sitting, they're not harmed by that at all. So I think we should befriend all nations and help all nations and use the monies that we would commit to war to rebuild and contribute to the well-being of the whole planet. And I actually offer $500 billion in slashing the military budget, but I'm going with 2/3 now because, it's less controversial. And if we slash the military budget, I believe that it makes us safer, and I guarantee that, if we all work together, what I can do myself is I have cartoons that actually say 1,000 words for me. So I don't even have to go out myself and speak, but I'm happy to. I offer lie detector tests for Congress. I'm leading with lie detector tests for Congress. I have 10 tough concessions: slashing the military budget, legalizing pot. I'm currently in second place.
Wow. That's very awesome.
And
thank you so much, Jay. And we've started this new Facebook page. That'll be a great place for you to post some of your cartoons, some of your images. And on the new Facebook page, that's where we can really have conversations and learn about what people are doing. And, we're building a beautiful community here. So it's very, very exciting.
Also, Mayor for President 2020 on Facebook, and I have some cartoons there.
Send us one more image and we'll post it. If you can send the image to me tonight,
Okay.
I'll post it for you, Jay.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to introduce Starla Lewis. Starla came to me through Satyan and Suzanne Richards, who we heard from earlier today. And I had the opportunity to listen to her speak, and I was very, very touched. And Starla, I'd love to just give you a moment to share what you feel inspired by after seeing tonight and what you'd like to share with us.
Well, it was absolutely wonderful to be here with all these beautiful people. What I really wanted to share was two things. One is about bullying. I was very blessed to have a best friend who was born in 1880. And when I was a child, she taught me that I had to be my own self-validation. And in learning how to do that, I went through life thinking that I wasn't bullied because the words that other people said to me never hurt me. And I realized that hurt people hurt people. And so I would have compassion and empathy for those people who appeared to be hurting. The last thing I want to say for this evening is There's a beautiful African proverb that says, I am because we are, and we are, therefore I am. We come into consciousness of ourselves through our interactions with others. And so this has been a beautiful consciousness raising experience.
God bless you. Thank you so much, Starla. Would you say that one more time, that affirmation one more time?
I am because we are, and we are, therefore I am.
I love that. And maybe you can pop that in the chat box. That's really beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm going to put the spotlight on Mohini, and then I'm going to put it on my friends Teresa and Hallelujah, so you can kind of prepare. But Mohini, thank you for your donation today, Mohini. And what's your inspiration that you want to share in 1 minute?
Oh my gosh, I didn't prepare anything, but I'm really feeling fed from these presentations that you and Deborah and Kenny are doing. I really appreciate it. I've been trying to spend a lot of time in nature. I'm fortunate to be in the Lost Sierras right now, which is absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, I reach out to my friends on a regular basis. It's funny how everybody still seems to be busy in my group, and I guess that's a good thing. I mean, you guys are obviously doing double time right now running this thing. So thank you so very much. And I look forward to the expo. Thank you, Kenny, for the tickets. I really appreciate that.
Thank you, Mohini, and thank you, Kenny, for your generosity of donating those tickets to people. Thank you. I'm going to turn it. Wow, look at those sparkly couple, two of my dearest friends that live just, well, kind of in the neighborhood. We're in Hidden Valley Lake. Teresa and Hallelujah, what do you want to share? A little bit louder. Can't quite hear you. Oh, wow, thank you, Teresa. And Halle, behind every psychedelic magical woman, there's a psychedelic man, as Hallelujah just showed us. Thank you, it was beautiful. And I want to acknowledge that we have still over 100 people in our webinar room with us. And Fantuzzi, I know you wanted to share something, and the spotlight's on you, brother. Just need you to unmute.
My heart is open. I'm so grateful for your work. Scott, Deborah, Ken, and everybody who's in this circle. What a wonderful job. Don't ever stop. The work is never done. And I have a little prayer in my heart and my soul. It goes something like this. Wherever I look, Lord, your face is before me. Your golden heart melts all my troubles away. Wherever I'm yours, this longing is endless. This heart of mine aches to be one with you. You are my all. You are my all. You are my all, my Lord.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, beloved Fantuzzi.
Only God in drag, so we might as well act like it, you know.
Oh, beautiful, thank you. And remember, Fan Tuesdays, fantastic Fan Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Tuesday night on the Love Coach Academy channel, and also you can find it on Fantuzzi's fan page on Facebook. Thank you. And Fantuzzi Music. There'll be a lot of ways you can find it. And we'll also put it up on the news, so everybody should join this new Facebook group. And that's where we're going to post things like Fantuzzi Tuesdays, Fan Tuesdays. I will get that down. Fan Tuesdays. All right. Is there anybody else that's wanting to share before we kind of conclude for the evening? And Mishanti. All right. Spotlight's on you.
Mute. Okay. Now I want to share something that, for many years I always have groups. I mean, since I was 16, I always created spiritual gatherings, spiritual groups. So right now we don't have the bodies to be able to hug, to touch. So, but instead of missing the hugs, what we are doing is creating another way of communicating, another way of feeling each other. So I want you to help me here and feel my hug, and I want to feel yours. So we're gonna put our hands like that. Inhale and sending all the love from the center of our heart to all of us. So beautiful, beautiful light and love to all of us. We can feel the embrace. It's a beautiful, loving embrace. So much love, so much peace. Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I did find, Jay did post some photos that I was able to find. And so as part of the Jay Mayer for President 2020, he's going to slash the military budget. He is going to, my computer is really, really full. Come on, computer, you can do it. You can do it. Jay, there we go. Wow, that's quite an image. All representatives must attend Congress. That certainly is an important one. And there it is, Mayor for President, lie detector tests for Congress. Beautiful, beautiful. That looks like Jay behind the keyboard there, kind of. Try not to shock them too much, Jay, when they get up there. Shocking the world. Thank you so much. Deborah, is Diana Maxwell with us? Does she want to share a little bit about her show that she's going to do with us?
Seems like she's on the gallery.
Yeah, I brought her on because, so Diana, if you can hear us and you want to share anything, please turn your camera on. And if not, that's okay too. All right, there she is. Hi, Diana. So I'm going to put the spotlight on you for a moment. There you are. I hope we're not embarrassing you. Listen, this is our new world. You got to unmute though. I'm going to unmute. You got to unmute. There you are. Well,
okay. Oh,
gotcha.
I'll mute myself. Oh, there we are. Hello. Sorry. Well, I'm really looking forward to next week curating the speaker program from the Conscious Life Expo. And Deborah mentioned earlier the people we have, and we're still waiting for some really big names. However, everybody's very busy, so we don't have those answers yet, but I'm sure we will. So I hope that we'll see you on there very soon.
Great. Thank you so
and,
much.
And then also, yeah, and I'm doing that event with Emmy on Tuesday. No, Thursday, actually. It's the full moon, Wesak Moon Festival. And that's going to be a really sweet event. So I hope some of you will join us. It's actually our first portal opening. So we decided that, the Buddha's birthday would be a very important thing to celebrate.
Yeah, Wesak has always been one of my favorite celebrations. I've gone up to Mount Shasta for that a few times. It's a very special time. Very special.
Maybe we'll have I just bought a green screen, so maybe we'll have a picture of Mount Shasta. That's the best we can do.
You know what? I think that's a great idea. There's a beautiful connection between Mount Shasta and Wesak. Thank you, Diana, and thank you for all that you're doing to help make next weekend's show a big success.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really excited. Donna Delori said yes today, so we'll have some really good music.
Oh, that's great news. Wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah.
And next week we're going to be celebrating Danyan Brinkley. He's going to be kind of our featured speaker. And Danyan's trying to bring on his friend Terry Fader, who's a great comedian. And it looks like we'll have the magician that we had with us last week, Jeff McBride. So
he was great. Yes, I really liked him.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Diana. Thank you very much.
Great.
All right. Well, we're wrapping up. I have put the, in our chat box to all panelists and attendees is the Facebook group link. So please go there, join our group, and we're going to start posting, and that's where we put information about everything from Jay Mayer for president and all the different people that are providing things. And Alan and Son, if you're there, I want to acknowledge Alan and Son have really been a tremendous help to us. Alan and Son are also known as Dr. Future and Mrs. Future. They have a radio show, and they did the video that you saw at the very beginning of our show. There's Dr. Future. So I want to thank Alan for all the support you've given us with our videos, and especially that wonderful video you created for us that we showed at the beginning of the show. And this time it showed well. So thank you for that.
Good. Good. I'm glad we worked out the technical details. It's quite something pioneering a whole new form of communications with each other, but I think we're doing great. It's off to a great start, and it's great to work with you guys. I really, really appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Alan. We love you
very
very much.
You, Alan.
I love you too.
It was great to see you at the party earlier.
Yes, we were pioneering VJ effects over the net, trying to get some interesting chroma key effects and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. We're making great progress in that department.
I got invited to VJ as well.
Yes, all right. Well, we'll be able to collaborate, just like the old decompression days.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. And Dr. Future is every Tuesday, right? On radio and
Tuesdays
Santa
at
Cruz.
2. Yeah, it's not only Fan Tuesdays, it's Future Tuesdays.
All right. So we
come for 10 years. This year's our 10th year.
10th year. Wow.
10th
All
year.
right. So Tuesday at 2 o'clock, we all want to be listening to Dr. Future. And then, of course, at 7:30, tuning into Fan Tuesday. Thank you.
Yeah. And then with KGO down, we have a huge audience. So it's really fun.
That's really exciting. Thank you, Al. Thank you for all you do.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to conclude the evening by turning it over to really the person who works the hardest, who makes this show happen. And I just want everybody who's still watching just to look at this amazing woman and thank her from your heart. Thank you, Deborah. She works her tail off to make this show happen. There's a lot that she does. So thank you so much,
Yes.
Deborah.
This is another mission in my belly. When Scott and I came together, it was like, oh my God, here's another very similar energy and essence that's coming through, like what happened for me with Harmony Festival for 33 years. And it's so wonderful that we're evolving this, where incredible beings like Diana, who runs the whole Conscious Life Expo, can fold into this and bring all her resources, and we can all come together, because this is really what it's about now. us coming together and supporting each other, helping each other, loving each other, having fun with each other, and really taking this to a new level. Diana and I have come up with the theme for next week, which is going to be awakening into a new paradigm. And that's really what we're doing here, because there's a lot going on, as you all know, even behind the scenes in the underbelly. But we, as a soul tribe of the Global Peace Tribe, is what we're calling ourselves, are here to really move the world forward into a new positive paradigm. And it's really up to us and our consciousness and our work and our alignment together. And this show really helps that, reminds us that that's what we're about. So we don't fall to the fear and the challenge that's happening, but keep standing up and keep creating this new paradigm that's about to reset now. And I think we all believe that. So thank you so much, all of you, and especially all of you that donated. Appreciate it so much. It's going to allow us to give to our nonprofits and continue the show. And it's really going to continue to up-level every time. That's just kind of who we are and how we go. So thank you so much. So much love.
Thank you, Deborah. You know, I've been so busy kind of promoting everything, I forget to mention my own company. So I do want to mention that Love Coach Academy, which is my organization and is one of the sponsors of this show, we provide free online webinars every day at 9 o'clock in the morning Pacific time, 6 o'clock in the evening Pacific time. And what you're seeing is some of our love coaches who are providing these shows. And each show has a different topic. On Thursdays, it's about self-love. On Friday evenings, it's all about recovery. On Monday mornings, it's all about creating consciousness throughout the week. And you can find all of it just by going to Facebook and to Love Coach Academy, or go to lovecoachacademy.com, click on our events page, and you can see all these free online webinars that we're providing for you. And I'm really proud of my love coaches that are really showing up, donating a lot of time, providing support, providing empathy, relationship skills. You know, there's a lot of relationships that are struggling right now with all the pressure of the pandemic, economic uncertainty, health challenges. That pressure, whatever cracks there are in our relationships, the cracks can grow bigger. And that's why we need support. So that's why we're doing this twice a day. And then we're adding things like this show that we do on Saturday nights, Fan Tuesdays, and so on and so forth. So I think that's it. Thank you, everybody. We will hopefully see you on Love Coach Academy. We'll see you on Dr. Future Tuesday, 2 o'clock, Fan Tuesday at 7:30 at 2 o'clock. I'm 7:30 on Tuesday. I need to go to the bathroom. I need to eat. I think I need to call it a night. Thank you, everybody, for a beautiful, beautiful evening. God bless you all. Take care and good night.